Welcome back to the channel. He saw me getting everything set up, so I thought it would be cute to show you what he looks like when he does that. Gone now? No, we don't. No, we got coffee over here. We got coffee. We don't need any help. This job requires 0 dogs. Boop. You're a good boy. Go on. All right, go on. Oh. All right, go on. Good boy. you take it. Hey, you're taking up all my time. I'm gonna spill my coffee. Come on. I gotta make this video. These people want to see me, not you. Just kidding. They love you. All right. Enough. Yeah. I filled it less, hoping it would help, but it really didn't. He almost spilled it anyway. And I'm quite crooked. There we go. Okay, welcome back to the channel. We're 1 minute and 40 seconds in. Good time. We have some whips. Well, I hear you. Nobody wants to hear you grumble all day, though. Come on now. That's the sound he makes when he wants to play. Sometimes it's funny, and sometimes it's like, can you stop? Go on now. I know you're a beautiful boy. Anyway, now that I have been successfully distracted, I finished a sock, not a pair, but a sock. I finished my lace sock. This is where I left off last video I did. And this is just a really cool pattern, and I'm gonna make a pair for myself. I'm gonna have to give this away. It's just slightly too big, just enough to make it uncomfortable, and I don't think I could shrink it down the proper way. I think I would just ruin it trying to shrink it down in the dryer. So I'm just gonna give it to my youngest daughter, who's a little bit bigger than me, so she can have these. I think she'll like them. And I just ended up doing the toe decreases a little more severely than I normally do, because I realized that it was already getting too big. So she doesn't have enormous feet, but they're ever so slightly longer than mine. And I was like, I'm not tearing back to make them fit me better. So I will just try not to go over what she can wear. This took, let's see, this is the ball I have. And this, where are we? This has approximately 437 yards on it. It's Coral Reef. It is a superwash wool nylon bamboo fiber. And I think there's enough in here to make the second one. If not, I do have a second ball. I really hope it's enough to make the second one, and I don't have to break into the second ball. That way I can use the second ball for my actual socks that I'm going to actually be able to keep. But what I'm not going to do for when I make these for myself, I'm not going to make them long. I'm going to cast them on like I would normally do, giving enough stitches for the lace pattern. It's a really cool lace pattern. I was highly confused this appeared, made sense. Then you have to decrease to shape the legs, and I was highly confused by that. It's just a typical heel flap and gusset. I think she's really gonna like these. I had shorts that I was like, I can wear these with the shorts in the summer. That would be so cute. So we're just gonna go with regular socks, and I can wear them whenever, with whatever. Next, we have, I don't think I talked about it, but I might have. So if it's a repeat, I apologize. I did finish my husband's first sock also, so I got a cast on both the second sock for both of these. This is just a basic. It's called the foundation pattern, but literally, I could have done this all by myself. Honestly, I'm getting better at knowing the techniques to do. I didn't even need a pattern for this. I hardly even looked at it except just to see how they did everything. Was the construction the same? It's 2x2 rib, and then stockinette, heel flap and gusset, and just the typical toe decrease with a Kitchener at the end. I really like this color. He says he thinks it looks like it's purple. That is clearly brown, in my opinion. There are a few spots in it, like a few areas in it that look like they kind of have a little purple tinge to it, but that's not very much. He's gnawing away at his bone. And I worked on my ranunculus. I am not sure. This is my problem, because I know where I want it to land on myself, but I can't try it on because this is too small and I don't have anything else to use. So I just have to go by measurement and hope that I hit the right number. And I'm not sure. I think it's going to be a little longer than I want it to be, which is fine. I'm going to be okay with that. But this is where I was at the last time I talked about it. And that's where it is now. So it's actually not too far from where I will be done with the body. Probably another couple inches, I think, because I normally would, it would be easy to just measure and figure it out by the bottom of the armhole, right? I can't try it on to see where the armhole hits because this is a top that hits funny, so I don't know where that's going to hit. So I don't know whether I'm hitting the right measurements or not. So those are the... Oh no, there was one more thing. Hold on one second. Okay. I almost forgot. I started another Michi's Blushing Teal shawl. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep going in this fabric. I might, in this yarn, I might take it out and use this yarn for something else because it just seems too stiff to me. And this is supposed to be a wool. It's a Temu though. So, I mean, it's anybody's guess what it really is, but it feels more like acrylic to me. And I'm not even a very good teller of wools and whatnot. But, so it does look pretty, but it doesn't, it just seems like way too heavy and thick. So I think I'm going to take that out and use that yarn for something else and find a different yarn to make a second shawl out of. only because I wanted to make a second shawl because I thought that it would be something that my mother-in-law and I can sell in the booth that she's got for us. She got us a booth at the auxiliary events. So I have to make some things, and I thought that, a couple of those would probably be pretty good to put up. Whether they sell or not, we'll see. I don't know. Do some dishcloths and maybe a pair of socks in a couple different sizes, just to kind of put them out there. I don't know. I make so much that I really don't need to keep everything I make anyway. So that's probably what I'll do. Oh yeah, for my husband's like, this is all I had left in the ball. So I have several of these. I bought a whole bunch. I bought a whole pack of them, and I forget how many comes in the pack because it's cheaper to buy them that way. And I make socks, so I thought, who cares? I'm gonna use it anyway, so might as well get it all. So I'm gonna get a different ball and start the second sock, and I think I might be able to squeeze a sock my size out of this. We'll see. I gotta measure, or I gotta weigh it, because that'll tell me if I can get a sock out of it. I might be able to get a shorty out of that. I think that's about it as far as whips goes. We had the most horrendous winds yesterday. They're not the most horrendous. We didn't have no tornadoes or hurricanes, nothing like that, but we had some severe winds here. 80 miles an hour at some points, and it was wild. And my husband was coming home, and he had to go all these different side roads and stuff, trying to avoid trees that were down in the road. So it got pretty ugly out there yesterday. And Jariah was a little bit anxious, but as long as I kept getting up and petting him and paying a lot of attention to him, he was fine. And then this little knucklehead over here, I had been letting him off the leash on our morning walks, and one time he got out of my sight for 2 seconds, and right back I called him right back, and he came right back. I didn't see him pick anything up. I didn't see him doing anything wrong. The last couple days he's had the diarrhea, and then yesterday morning he gets up and he throws up. And let me tell you, the object that came out of this dog, I was like, where did you get a bandana? That must have been when he was out of my sight for 2 seconds. I was like, are you kidding? So no more off leash time for Jariah, because he eats things he shouldn't. Luckily he's fine. It didn't block him up and cause a vet visit. Yeah. Although he wouldn't have minded. He loves the vets. Anything to do with people. He wants everybody to come say hi. I know you're looking at me right now. Come say hi. You know what I'm talking about him. Yes, you're a good boy. So he's going to be limited on where he's allowed to be off leash. And obviously the safe dog trail that we were walking on obviously is not the right place for that. So he can't be trusted. So, interesting story time. With that, I will let you guys go. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I will see you in the next one.